It's time to get real. Get real. Talking about the things you wanna hear. It's time to get real. Get real. We got it all right here. It's time to get real. Get real. Better buckle up, get real, get set. It's time to get real. Get real. We got it all right here. Come on.
City, it's Get Real with Jeannette Marco and Luis Pedron.
Yay! Hi, good morning, Philippines. Good evening, New York. My name is Jeannette Marco and my partner from the other side of the world.
Hi, I'm Luis Pedron, Siyempre, Festival Director of the International Film Festival Manhattan. That's my name. So how's it going, Jeannette?
And this...
Of course, don't forget to say, Get Real! Woo!
Get Real! This is our first premiere show and we're very, very excited. Partner, this is it. And come to life na yung in-establish natin 3 years, 4 years ago when we did this online. Thank you. Before we move forward with our premiere show, syempre gusto kong pasalamatan, of course, si Tita Josie Harrison, Tita Miles, and of course, si Johan, who is currently with us. Maraming salamat.
Yes! And of course, I always think of it as wala ng borders because we have the Zoom meeting that we can do, and now we have a radio show and TV show and lahat ng show happening kahit na we're not together. Anyways, remember we started Get Real because we're travel buddies.
Yes, actually, if I look back when we were traveling together, we started, going around New York City muna kasi I was practically new then in New York. And then you were trying to bring me around Queens, kung kakain tayo, just like when we were trying all the buffets and the hot pot dyan sa New York. Naalala mo ba yon?
Actually, our bonding was eating food. At saka, Jeannette would order a lot of food and fill up the table. May it be in the Philippines, even in Japan, you did that. Tsaka dito here in New York, forget it. But remember how we met? I introduced to you.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I think we both need right now because after 3 to 4 years of touring around and just eating, yaan, kailangan natin ngayon ng Yoli, ikaw at ako. But I'm very grateful kasi I'll get to experience and explore New York City with you dahil mas matagal ka dyan kesa sa akin. So, kumusta naman dyan, partner?
Ang masarap sa New York, remember, at least in the Queens area, we're the most ethnically diverse community here. These are the areas of Jackson Heights, Woodside, Elmhurst, Corona. These are the places na halo-halo, but nandun ang mga Pilipino. And that's the reason why I live in this area. At saka yun yung ginagalugan natin. Those are the places that we usually eat at. And ngayon, because of the pandemic, marami ng street side seating outside. So I really, really enjoy that.
I actually, when I went back home last August, at nagkita tayo at least one time, no? Na-enjoy ko din yan, yung outdoor sitting. It's the perfect time. Yung weather natin dyan sa New York is really very good. Sana we could do this here in the Philippines. However, during this pandemic, may mga tinatawag na ECQ and GCQ dito. Now, medyo nag-loosen up na ng konti ang government. They allow na inside dining. At least 30% ng store capacity. What about there in New York? May in-house dining na ba?
Of course, yung mga rule, they encourage everyone to wear a mask, di ba? So be sure.
Wow, ang ganda niyan.
Be sure you wear your mask like this, and not like this, and not like this. You wear the mask on your nose.
Ayan.
So the reason why I'm saying that is I think I totally believe kasi iba-iba ngayon. May 50% din naniniwala sa mask. Ako naniniwala sa mask. So please, wear your mask, especially kung nasa public ka, even going out. This is supposed to be airborne. Pero, they did encourage para mabuksan yung other restaurants. They do have the street side seating. But, as you were asking, restaurants in the Queens, at least in the New York City area, can open na 25% of seating capacity.
25%. So, yan yung ngayon. Pwede na ulit. Intayin mo ako dyan. Babalik na ako very soon. Pwede na tayong kumain ulit together. Well, meanwhile, magkahiwalay muna tayong titikim ng mga, ng mga pagkain na meron available. May mga bago ba dyan?
Nalulungkot nga ako kasi nga hindi ako nakakalipad. Meanwhile, Jeannette Marco is the only jet setter friend that I know who doesn't have any borders.
Oo nga eh. Actually, it's just like really fun dahil during this pandemic nakakapag-travel din ako. But mind you, it's not really very easy. From the Philippines, so na-lockdown ako, di ba, dito sa Manila ng 7 months. We were together. We flew in for IFFM, di ba? IFFM goes to Manila. December. And then come March, umalis ka na. Iniwan mo ako, tapos na-lockdown ako dito nung March. So, when I came back after 7 months, getting out of the Philippines and arriving in New York was easy. It was really easy. Siyempre, susunod ka lang sa mga airline requirements, like you have to wear a mask, you have to do temperature check. And when I arrived sa New York, okay lang. Yan. Meron din ako niyan sayang. Talagang nilaban ko kasi overused na. So, after a month, bumalik ako dito sa Philippines just like September 9. And that was the hardest part, going back to the Philippines kasi you have to quarantine and go through voluntary swab testing. Oh, yan, di ba? So,
at saka yung hotel, did you have to pay?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had to pay for it, 4,500.
A day?
No, yung swab testing. And then, yung swab test. And then you get to choose kung saan hotel mo gusto tumira. So, syempre, you wanna go to a place nearest your home. Pero dahil dyan, they require you to book a hotel for 3 days. Sorry, nananawagan ako sa IATF dito sa Philippines. When in fact, the results of the swab testing would come out between 6 to 8 hours. Pero mandated na mag-book sila ng 3 days. So where does the 2 days go? Yun ang question ko. Kaya doon sa mga nagbabalak mag-travel back to the Philippines, you have to submit yourself to a voluntary swab testing and go to quarantine. Pag positive ka, pipick upin ka na talaga ng government. So traveling nowadays is not easy, especially going back to Asian countries. In fact, sa Japan, naalala mo yung trip natin sa Japan, it will never be the same way again. Diba? Ngayon sa Japan, medyo sarado pa yata. Hindi pa tayo pwedeng mag-travel doon. So,
actually,
ayan, kaya medyo...
Actually, here in America, can you hear me? Actually, here in America,
Yeah.
hindi pa siya ganun ka-open. As far as I know, of course, don't quote me for this, tourist visas hindi pa encouraged to come. People who come here are people who have green card tsaka American citizens. Similarly, in other countries, believe it or not, the Canadian and US border is closed pa. You can only go back and forth pag talagang importante yung mission mo. But otherwise, for tourism...
or returning resident ka, no?
Majority of the world, hindi pa ganun ka-open. But otherwise, as I said, yung meron akong nabasa na, just enjoy the chapter you're in and don't look forward to the chapter that's gonna happen. Kasi we're in this moment and let's just make the most of it. And salamat nga sa Diyos, we have PHLV Radio to make the most of it.
PHLV, ayan. It's gonna bring people together amidst this pandemic. And nakakatuwa, alam mo yun, because we are trying to explore, something na bago sa lifestyle natin. Ngayon, ang pagsusuot ng mask, parang fashionable na, di ba? Ang PPE, may mga designers na nagkaroon ng mga fashion design na PPE. So, alam mo yun, and alam mo, ikaw partner, anong greatest lesson ang natutunan mo dito sa pandemya na ito?
Ngayon, making the most of it. Kasi throughout those times, diba, sad to say, namatayan ako twice, di ba? Yung best friend ko, of course, my co-founder sa International Film Festival Manhattan, Jerry Balasta.
Right.
And my cousin's husband also passed away. So, of course, part of it was leaving and just staying at home. Pero during these times, ngayon na nakakalabas na and go to restaurants and stuff, making the most of it. Of course, pag-iingat rin, you have to be careful when you go out. But otherwise, making the most of it. And salamat sa Diyos, I do have something to get busy with. Kasi, siyempre, nalulungkot ako. I do have something to get busy with, which is International Film Festival Manhattan, na pinagpaplanuhan ko, which I moved to November. Pero, before we go there, I have a lot of announcements kasi I want to hear about yung resto. Can you show me like pictures of food? Food for here
Nako,
dinner.
Partner.
Food.
Oo nga, well, we both thrive and enjoy food. Pero that is the very reason kung bakit magkahiwalay tayo ngayon, BFF. Dahil ako ay magbubukas tomorrow ng isang restaurant that is named Mista Cafe. Dito sa loob siya mismo ng Camp Aguinaldo. If you guys are familiar with the military camp. So this is the first time that a fine dining restaurant is going to open. And ang ko dito is I curated neo-colonial cuisine. This is a breakthrough in the food industry. And this is the first time that, the fabric, the Filipino fabric, the cultural fabric of the Filipinos as far as food is concerned, was greatly affected when we were colonized by the Spaniards, by the Japanese, and by the Americans. So ayan, ang laki ng influence noon sa kultura natin mga Pilipino, lalong-lalo na sa pagkain natin. So what I did is to...
Ang daming gaganda.
Oo nga, kung makikita mo yan, I tried to curate food that is a fusion between Spanish, American, and Japanese. So yan yung a few of our 57 items in the menu na makikita nila dito. So we have
mga sushi, may pagka-Japanese.
Yes. Yes, of course we have the Japanese. Yan. It's one of my favorite. It is a mosaic maki rolls. O yan. And then poki-poki. Ayan. Favorite mo yan eh. Gambas. Di ba? Bawal ka sa seafood. Kaya hindi mo pwede kainin yan. So it's a taste of neo-colonial. We're opening tomorrow. And we're gonna have a special guest bukas. So we're very excited. Sana nga nandito ka, partner, kasi alam mo yon, mabibigyan na naman tayo ng pagkakataon para kumain ng pagkain nito, di ba?
But believe it or not, I've never been part of course, ito yung seated, yung type of seating kasi siya, well presented. Believe it or not, hindi pa ako nakakain ng boodle fight.
Oh, yan, isa pa yan, boodle fight. It's a big influence. Ano yan? Alam mo kung saan na uso yan? Dito yan sa sa mga soldiers. 'Di ba?
Oh, kasi when
Kaya,
you're...
timing time.
Right.
Eh kasi naman, hindi mo naman matry yung boodle fight kasi ayaw mo magkamay.
Kaya ko naman
Ayaw mo
magkamay.
madumihan yung kamay. Kilala kita eh. Kilala kita. Pero listen, just looking back, naalala mo yung trip natin, yung first trip natin sa Japan when we both don't know how to speak Japanese. Tapos when I picked you up sa airport, gutom na gutom tayo. We were just pointing at the menu and then copying what the other table was ordering. Tapos kung ano-ano yung dumarating sa atin.
Right. Ang ganda pa nga nun eh, hindi talaga nating maintindihan. Pero I think right now meron ng tablet no na pwedeng i-translate. Pero that was a whole in a dive talaga na ang sarap-sarap ng ulam. And as you mentioned, dahil we cannot communicate with them, we were just like, yun, and then they would give us something.
Yun yung literal na
Turo.
Yun yung literal na turo-turo.
Point.
Pero syempre, Luis, both extreme tayo. We go through something like that and minsan nasa mga 5-star hotels naman tayo dining. Remember? Palagi mo akong dinadala at binibitbit sa mga hotels at saka airport lounges.
Teka. I do have a story anong airport lounge. There was a time na I would travel Delta. I travel Delta. So, meron akong Delta card na yung Delta Lounge. So, I'm a member of that. So, a couple of times we traveled together via Delta. Kasi, di ba, you have your own trips naman with your business. And pag nagja-jive tayo, a couple of times or 3 times ata nag-Delta tayo. So, I'd bring you sa Delta Lounge. Because I have a membership.
Actually,
you had to pay $29. So,
oo nga daya mo eh. Ang daya mo. Lugi ako.
We would say, alam mo lang, kuwela lang, we would say, because we paid $29, kailangan kumain tayo ng 29 na itlog dun sa breakfast nila.
Hindi. Meron pa tayong ginawa. Yung nagmadali tayong maligo. Grabe.
Oh yeah.
Dahil gusto...
Tokyo Japan Narita, kasi libre yung mag-shower. Or was it at LaGuardia? LaGuardia ata. Sa Delta Lounge ang LaGuardia. And we only had a few minutes to...
I think
Japan. Tokyo Japan Narita, di ba?
Sa Japan, right.
I always do that shower kasi I want to do that in between before the long haul. That was 5 minutes lang para lang makapagpalit. Those were
para
the times.
ma-experience lang natin, di ba? But those were the times that we can both travel. So ngayon na-appreciate na natin yung mga oras natin traveling together. Speaking of traveling together, ano ba ang frequent airlines na ginagamit mo?
Oh, kasi during that time, a couple of years na Delta. But I discovered Philippine Airlines. One of the reasons before my mom passed away, whenever we travel, she wanted not to feel at home. Kasi when she flies, gusto niya Tagalog na, she can talk with her language and they can understand her well. So we did travel a couple of times via Philippine Airlines before nag-direct flight. And then when my mom passed away and I had to travel a couple of times to Philippines, Philippine Airlines was direct flight na. 16 hours papunta, 15 hours pabalik. It was very convenient kasi the flight arrives early in the morning at 7 a.m. Para if you have an appointment or a dinner to go to or an event to go to, pwede ka pa, you have the full day pa. Di tulad ng iba, dadating kang gabi, so the next day pa yung malilate ka sa events mo. So, have you experienced flying via Philippine Airlines?
Well, actually, sa'yo ko naman natutunan lahat ng mga hacks ng pagta-travel when we started traveling together, kagaya ng paggamit ng mga lounges, na mag-buffet at kumain ng 29 eggs bago tayo lumipad. at at ang paggamit ng mga kung ano-ano dyan sa mga lounge. And of course, dati para makatipid, no, I would use several airlines. Pero just basically thinking about the hassle, ayun, nag-Philippine Airlines ako. Kaya sa'yo ko naman lahat yan natutunan. And I'm very, we're very grateful kasi ang tindi talaga ng assistance ng Philippine Airlines whenever we travel. Shout out, di ba? Dahil magli-lead na tayo doon sa International Film Festival for how many years, Philippine Airlines has been very supportive of us, di ba?
So, si Sir Josh Vasquez, and then, of course, Philippine Airlines Marketing sa Philippines and Philippine Airlines Marketing here sa New York. Shout out because they helped us out a couple of years, 2018 and 2019. Of course, si Leia sa airport has helped us out. Tsaka si Shad Kalaya.
At saka si Donna.
Si Donna sa Philippine
Shout
Airlines.
out to Donna. Alam mo, grabe talaga.
Right. So,
you know, my last... share ko lang yung last trip ko my last trip to Manila. Donna was the first person that I saw leaving New York at siya rin yung unang taong nakita ko arriving New York.
right.
Trip.
And they're very helpful talaga, si Ma'am Leia at saka si Ma'am Donna sa airport sa JFK. By the way, nakita mong di ba?
Correct. So,
tourism is not that much. In fact, have you seen, if you notice,
wala.
Yung video natin sa Times Square kanina, in the beginning, there's not much people. Usually, hitik na hitik ang tao. So, malungkot sa New York, pero, surviving na, resilient naman tayo, di ba? At saka, sa awa ng Diyos,
exactly.
Did you realize that in our area here in Queens, yun ang epicenter of the epicenter talaga of the world. We had the worst talaga na...
Yeah. But I think New York had managed to, di ba?
So hopefully naman...
Pero bumaba na yata yung rates.
Yes, but there are pockets of... but I'm sure, hopefully all of us will be careful, yung wearing a mask, social distancing. And because of that, there's lack of events here in New York. There's the pandemic, and of course, tourism cannot come in naman since our International Film Festival Manhattan was relying on people from abroad. We are doing it online. So,
but why do you look so tense and stressed nowadays, Mr. Pedron? Why? Sabihin mo nga sa akin.
Right before the film festival, I get tense like that. But the difference is, people don't know what they're doing kasi this is all new to them. This is all new to organizers creating an online event. In fact nga, sa Zoom, bago-bago lang ako eh. I'm not really a Zoom expert yet.
Oo nga eh.
If you
ang hirap pag hindi ka tech.
Can you give... Hindi ako techie eh. So, do you mind if I read the Filipino names? Of course, we have countries from around the world that will be part of the International Film Festival Manhattan. But since this is a Filipino community radio show, TV show, I want to mention all the Filipino names that will be part of the film festival.
Oo, pero teka muna. Bago mo anuhin yan, let me congratulate us, IFFM, because this is supposedly our 10th year celebration. Yay! My God, salute to all your hard work and all the filmmakers. Luis, how does it feel na 10 years na? Na-reach mo na yung
part of it. You've seen it, grow, ups and downs. At saka, sabi nila, consistency, if you can do it the same time of the year, same place, nakaraos tayo ng 10th year. But sad to say, the co-founder Jerry Balasta passed away, so we're honoring him posthumous award, and we will show his short film Solar Champion as part of the awards night. At saka, I'll mention to you the different Filipinos ka. Pero, shout out nga pala to yung mga IFFM ladies. You, Jeannette, Marco. Sino pa?
Yara. Kiara.
Erin Maredo Kane, and of course, Diana Lopez was helping out at
Diana.
Maraming tumulong sa atin throughout the years. Thank you very much. So may I read the
Ay, nako,
Filipino-
kinikilabutan ako.
Ask me again, besides the films from around the world, why do I, di ba yung sinasabi ko, why do I program Filipino films?
Oo nga eh. Why? Yun nga pala, being it an international film festival, why do you give way and program Filipino films?
Sabi ko, why not? I'm proud to be Filipino and I'm proud of the Filipino artistry. Especially yung, di ba, pagputok ng mga digital film, marami nang nakakagawa, students and amateur and professional na gumagawa ng indie films. So a few of those will be part of the International Film Festival.
Okay, indie films. Oh, indie films. Indie films. My God.
Indie films later. But right now, we want to read the indie filmmakers will be part of the film festival. Drum roll, please.
All right, let's broom, 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 broom.
Announcing the Filipinos who will be part of the International Film Festival Manhattan. Feature film Latay, Battered Husband. Ralston Hover is the director, starring Lovie Poe, Alan Dizon, Snooki Serna, ang paborito mo. Produced by Dennis Evangelista, Ferdy Lapus, and Mom Baby Go. Yun yung feature film na Filipino. Let's go to shorts.
Wow.
Maganda to, maraming mga baguhan, marami ring mga professional, pero halo-halo tong mga short films na to. Sulyak, The Glance, Director Jack Humawan. Sa apat na sulok, Scarlett Mendoza, which is like a pandemic quarantine type of movie. Kulong, The Lockdown Story, which is kami, pero si Jeannette hindi kulong. He travels abroad. Kulong, The Lockdown Story. Director Michael Daya. Garbo, Pride, from, you know where Jensen is? General Santos City. Director Alan Filoteo.
Oh yeah, somewhere in the south, no?
Tuta, which is Lapdog. Nadine Estacio, students from Binild. And Celine Macani, directors. Filius Son, directed by a student also, Justin Allen Caspulso. Padayon, you know what Padayon means in Cebu? This is a Cebuano film. Means keep going. Padayon! Let's go!
Padayon!
Yes, from the artist Albert Chanparan. Remember him?
Oh, wow. Of course. How can I forget Albert?
Biyaheng Madilim, A Knight's Journey is from director Louis Ignacio, starring Terry Honor. And of course, we have documentary films. In Palayag, a Zulu's Story, Radem Morados. Magvlog by Ra Insaki from Tausug filmmaker Mijan Jumelon. And Kagitingan, Valor. This is the military short film from First Lieutenant Balaram S. Tamayo. Of course, meron ring mga Phil-Ams or Filipino-Americans dito sa America that have films. A feature film called Takeout Girl, which hopefully we can chat with her. The Filipino-American producer, Rosario, lives in Vegas, actually. So hopefully she's listening right now. Hopefully we'll have her next week. Fishhead is a short film from LA, director Marcos Durian. And House Rules, director Gerard Texon, na taga LA. I want to mention that we're honoring a Filipino-American. He was a frontliner, occupational therapist. He passed away during the height of pandemic. A filmmaker, an award-winning filmmaker, Jerry Buesa, our co-founder of the International Film Festival Manhattan, honoring him the posthumous award as a frontliner and also a filmmaker dito sa New York. And of course, we have Lifetime Achievement Awardee presenting our Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, most awaited.
director, veteran TV and film director, multi-award winner, Louis Ignacio. Woo!
Louis Ignacio! Woo!
Grade 7 siya, marami siyang mga TV shows, but he has a lot of indie films. Congratulations, Direct Louis L. Ignacio. And of course,
Ayan si Direct Louis, para sa mga ano.
yes, yan siya. We wanted also to, we tried to find another frontliner who was part of this, trying to protect us during the pandemic. He's now retired, but during the height of the pandemic, he was an NYPD throughout the years, I think 20 or more than 20 years. He's also a filmmaker. He retired now, so he's going to be a full-time filmmaker. His name is, drum roll please. Ladies and gentlemen, our junior award natin sa November 19 to 22, 2020 is former NYPD police officer, filmmaker, actor, writer, director, Brian Pollock from New York City.
Yay! I've met Brian a couple of times, diba? And I really admire
Thank you for
what
your
he's doing.
service. I know you're retired now, but thank you for your service to the community. There he is, Brian Pollock. So thank you very much. Jeannette, a little bit of shout out. Oh, you want to ask me what's going to happen? What will be the mechanics of our online?
Exactly. So I'm very curious, and I'm pretty sure all those who are supporting IFFM throughout the years are very curious on how we will go about the online show and the awarding. Sige nga, meron ba tayong meron ba tayong partner or rescue digital service to help us implement that? Kasi parehas tayo, hindi natin alam gawin.
Of course. We have support with, remember last year, we were supported by Binary, On-Q Media, and Tagline Global. This year, they're back. They're going to help us with the website and with the social media postings. And the designs are created by the teams of Binary, On-Q Media, of Tagline International. Hats off to
International, yan.
And all the team. Maraming salamat sa inyo. They will be creating all of that. But we also have the online platform, which will be done here in America by Eventive. Eventive company. Majority of the film festivals here and abroad are created through Eventive. Hindi Eventbrite, Eventive. So the mechanics will be,
bago yan, is that new?
Fairly new, but they've been there as a virtual platform. But right now, since everyone's doing virtual platforms, we will be doing it. So I'm collaborating with them right now in creating it. It will take a full 3 weeks or 1 month bago makapag-sell tayo ng tickets. Pero watch out sa iffmnyc.com for announcement. Anyways, the mechanics.
Galing.
Instead of it will be a program, everyone buys a ticket. For instance, you buy one ticket. That ticket you can is available to avail November 19 to 22. So a ticket will be $12. We absorb the fee. But when you click it, you only have 24 hours to use that program. Or else hindi ka na pwedeng bumalik. You only have that 24 hours. But since some people still work, some people have to do things, they can do it the weekend. November 19 to 22 kasi is a weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So right now, you can watch. Instead of just watching it on Thursday, you can watch it on Friday, yung time availability mo. And then for Festival Pass, which would be $100, ang mangyayari is they can watch 10 programs. So, bale, 10 it's somewhat discounted. They can watch 10 movies. Believe it or not, remember how many programs we had before? We used to have 18 programs, 16 to 18. this year we have
Ang
25
dami,
programs.
ang dami, ang dami.
Ang dami nating pinasok ngayon because we want to show a lot of choices dahil nga now we can watch at home na, di ba? And majority of the films you can watch internationally. Hindi na lang New York. Anyone, a relative
Movie
na-
marathon yan.
in Canada, in the Philippines, can watch na. As long as they have Visa, MasterCard, they can buy. They can watch na from their home. No, hopefully naman your Wi-Fi is good in the Philippines. So most of the time naman if you have Wi-Fi at home, di ba?
Hindi ko alam. Medyo struggle yan ngayon.
So, iffmnyc.com. Ay, taga, awards night. Aren't you gonna ask?
Yun nga, paano naman? Magagawin ba ako sa awards night natin? Just like before.
Virtual, di ba? Virtual. Alam mo yung virtual na parang naka-CGI? Yung parang naka-stage ka?
Wow.
Meeting.
Galing ah.
So it'll be ticketed as well that you can watch 19 to 22 as well na ano na siya. You can watch anytime. So hindi lang siya one time. And available na siya from November 19 to 1. So yon, that will be in
I see.
VEAP, which is will be done by Binary on Q Media by Tagline International.
Binary ulit. Galing. Well,
Wait, Tagline,
this is a breakthrough, di ba? Para sa
Tagline
atin.
International, Binary, and of course on Q Media is in the Philippines, huh? It's a Filipino group of company.
Yes. Right. Nag-ano ako, thanks, of course, to our very good friend putting this together for
Thank you very much.
for IFFM. He's always been supportive of us. Pero teka muna, sayang naman yung gown na pinatahi ko. Ano ba yun?
Ano ka, may video appearance. Yun lang nga, hindi mo naman, you cannot pan down, pan up naman with your cellphone. So, magpo-post na lang tayo ng formal attire. Pero anyone, I'd like to say, anyone who wins, please wear a formal attire. If it's Filipiniana or Americana, tuxedo or what, everyone should wear a formal attire. Hopefully, I'll have to remind you guys mga acceptance speeches. So hopefully we'll have a lot of acceptance speeches, no? It's not just going to be an announcement of, oh, by the way, we're going to show, instead of showing a feature film, we're going to show 2 short films. One is Dating Blind, and the other one is a part of Solar Champion, which was directed by Jerry Balasta. By the way,
Oh my God, I'm very excited.
remember, talking about indie filmmakers and indie actress. Di ba, indie actress ka rin?
Oh my
Remember-
God, please. Oh my God, that was my very first made in China. That was my very first experience doing indie film. Pero ikaw ang king of indie film eh. Ikaw ang artista dyan eh. So if there is anything na you need to know about Luis Pedron, super artista yan.
Full disclosure, yung Dating Blind, instead of me dancing in front of you guys or singing, Dating Blind, ako yung half of the movie. I mean, I'm part of that movie, Dating Blind, which will be shown during the awards.
Oh.
So,
Oh my God. Ayan, the king of indie film.
And
Akala
then-
ko nagdrama-drama ka na eh. Pero,
And then in the future, we also have a short film na you were part of that too, including your husband, Peter Marco. It'll be a short film that hopefully mag-film waiting room. My experience while I was waiting in the waiting room sa hospital taking care of daddy. So yun, serious.
nakakaiyak naman yan.
Serious.
Actually, well, ay nako, naalala ko na naman yung mga indie actor experience na binibigay mo sa akin. Maraming salamat. Pero kidding aside, hindi pala madali maging artista. Kaya hindi ko tinanggap yung mga offers sa akin ng mga production outfits. Joke lang.
Knowing you, ikaw pa baka nakasipin ka na. But don't you have like a cooking
Ang hirap talaga.
show?
Yeah, speaking of cooking show, yes, I do. I am a regular co-host of A Taste of Love with Miss Lovely Rivero, which is a really very good Philippine premier actress. Napakagaling yan. And ngayon regular na ako sa Taste of Love. Kaya ayan, tuwang-tuwa naman ako. Lahat ng mga pinapangarap natin dalawa, like itong Get Real TV natin nasa PHLV radio na, streaming all over the world. Of course, Las Vegas, New York, the Philippines, everywhere. Mapapanood nila every Tuesday dyan, and then Wednesday dito.
Every Tuesday, you'll see us or hear us on PHLV radio. Bale, sa Vegas or Pacific, it's 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But November 1, magpapalit ng oras ang Amerika, so we will have to tell you to update you about yung time change. But thank you very much, Sir
Oo nga
John.
Bakit tayo magsa-time change?
Bale, instead of 12 hours, maging 13 hours. About 11 hours ang difference natin.
13 hours.
So, merong daylight saving time.
Right.
Yeah. And,
EST, oo nga. Pero excited ako for next Tuesday, partner. Ano ba ang i-explore nating pagkain at mga issues? Teka muna, sandali lang.
Yeah.
Tatanong ako sa'yo, pabulong lang.
Ha? What's up? What'd you say?
Tatanong ako sa'yo, pabulong. Ano ba ang latest chismis sa showbiz?
Naku, wala naman akong latest chismis ngayon kasi I've been like updating all of this. Pero next week, we will have juicy news. So, you better join us again next week because we have some secrets.
How juicy? How juicy ba yan?
Teka. We have to be careful kasi nga, pero basta off the record. We can't tell them clues kasi nga para manood sila.
Pero bago natin sila imbitahin para manood next week, i-recap natin yung IFFM, no? So congratulations to Tito Louie Ignacio and of course to Brian. And may his soul rest in peace, ang co-founder ng International Film Festival, Mr. Jerry Balastra, at ang kanyang better half ngayon, na I'm pretty sure na nanonood, si Leila. Maraming salamat sa mga years. Pag-usapan natin in brief si Jerry Luis. I had the chance to work with him for 5 years. Pero ikaw, I think all your lifetime dyan sa New York and even in the Philippines, magkakilala na kayo. So, paano ba napakalaking kawalan ng industriya at ng ating circle of friends ang pagkawala ni Mr. Jerry Balastra. But I think and I believe that he left a very good legacy in all of us kasi napakadami natin natutunan sa kanya. Ikaw lalo, di ba? Best friend.
Ang dami yung natulungan sa Philippines, di ba? May scholarship fund siya sa Payatas. Meron siya mga pinaaral ng mga kabataan kasi gumawa siya ng movie na Mountain Thief doon sa Philippines. Pero besides that, dito sa America, he's had like close friends that he helped out throughout the years. Not only as a filmmaker, but also as an occupational therapist. He's actually in the medical field. Hindi nating alam yon. Pero he actually takes care of mga children. Early intervention, 0 to 3 years old ata, mga special kid as an occupational therapist.
Yes.
Ang dami-dami niyang families
That's right.
He helped out throughout the years. Sad to say nga, he's younger than me. He's only just in his 40s and he passed away. Pero of course, we want to celebrate his life and meron siyang naiwan na movie na Solar Champion. At
Solar Champion.
Festival, it comes in 2 parts. And we will mention that to, and of course, my deepest condolences sa mga naiwanan niya. Si Lay, ang kanyang lovely wife, they just got, sad to say nga, Jerry passed away. And of course, si Tita Elena, tsaka si Tito, ang kanyang college, at tsaka ang sister and siblings niya sa Philippines. So maraming salamat. Thank you very much, Jerry Balasted, for co-founding International Film Festival Manhattan. I wouldn't have been able to create the festival if not for you. So thank you very much, and you're our angel in heaven. Thank you.
Kinikilabutan naman ako dyan sa
and makikilabutan ka
but I'm pretty sure
if you watch the World Champion, boses niya yung maririnig mo kasi it's narrated by him. So it's as if he's still alive.
And I'm pretty sure he's very happy seeing us reach our 10th year. Though hindi na natin siya kasama ngayon. However, the whole industry, the indie film industry, and yung Filipino community in New York City celebrates his life and mourns for the loss of Mr. Jerry. But just the same, we dedicate this 10th year, di ba, for you, Jerry Balasta. Ayan. On the lighter note,
tinignan mo ba sa Facebook? Tignan mo sa Facebook, baka may mga shoutout.
Oo nga madami. Pero on the lighter note, pwede ko bang tanungin sa paggamit mo ng Yoli, ano na yung timbang mo?
So kaumpisa ko pala ng Yoli, ha? So mga 1 week na.
Pumayat na ba tayo?
Every time I have IFFM, I try to use the whole Yoli kit para mag-iit. Pero remember,
I know.
Wear a suit. Pero no, first and foremost, I'm just doing it para to get healthier. Kasi we want to protect ourselves.
Right.
And you have, and your husband has been using it. So it's just been a vital part of my life since 2014. Pero I'm jumping into it
now.
The
lifestyle of
with Ate Tess,
Mr. Luis Pedron.
With Ate Tess and Kuya John Airoso and all my new Yoli family.
Ayan, pero bago natin.
I hope you don't mind, ilalagay ko mga links sa mga postings ko. Just bear with me.
Kung gusto niyong pumayat, kagaya ni Mr. Luis Pedron and Miss Jeannette Marco magkaroon ng
healthier. Diba? Healthier.
Oo, pero ayan. Ang bilis-bilis naman ng panahon, Luis.
Ako meron ako mga shoutouts.
Oo, go.
Facebook. Oy, yan ka techie savvy Teka.
Oo nga, pero ito yan. Ito.
Can I read
dami.
some? Ate says,
Go.
For health goals with a bonus weight loss. Jen Tiamson Dunca says, Yahoo! Ano pa? Health is wealth. Ano pa bang mga posting?
Health is wealth.
Si Ate Miles.
Madami si Tita Miles, of course.
Thank you, Ate Miles, for your support. She said, Jay Rivera, will get daw sa'yo November. He's rehearsing na for his gig.
Pero may show, teka muna, may show si Temi. May gig si Temi.
Yeah, when is that?
Suportahan naman natin si Temi dahil of course, apart from being a champion at the World Championships of the Performing Arts 2019, yes. Temi is a really promising performer. International na yan kasi nag-launch na yan at nag-release na yan ng kanyang first single. Nako kung maririnig mo yung kanta ni Temi, makabagbag damdamin. So, alam mo yun, napaka-talented ng bata niya. I always call him Michael Bublé na Pilipinas. O, di ba? Saan ka pa?
I definitely agree with that. So, isa siya sa mga papakita natin dito. And Jay Rivera, di ba? Sabi ni Ate Miles. Teka, we have to read all of these.
Yes.
Jay Rivera daw.
Teka muna, sandali lang. Ipopromo ko muna si Temi. bago mo basahin yan. So, watch Temi on October 26, Friday, 7 p.m. in New York at Kusina Bistro Pinoy sa Roosevelt. Yan, ayan, you're near there. So, please join them.
Wait, teka. Talking about October, dalawa to. October is Filipino-American Heritage Month dito sa Amerika.
Heritage Month. Tama.
Special Manhattan during October. But since we're doing it November, ang pasalamatan natin at i-shoutout natin ang TOFA. TOFA will be this October.
Ayan! Ang ating kaibigan. Kasabayan mo yan di ba?
Please support TOFA ni Elton Lugay. This will be this October in a few days.
Right. Kapatid din natin yan, si Mr. Elton Lugay, of course. And the rest of his team. Siyempre, dapat ma-guest din natin si Elton next Tuesday para kausapin naman natin siya about the 10 outstanding Filipino-Americans. And shout out to a very good friend. Ayan, dumaan siya, si Colonel Lebeco. Andito siya ngayon. Cecilia, pwede ba ang aming boss and commander, sir, you're live on TV?
Greetings from New York City. How are you, sir?
Ayan, sir, naka-live ako sa aming first TV show in New York City. Wow, nakikita ka ng buong Amerika. So, si Colonel Lebeco. Yes, maraming salamat for having us here at Camp Aguinaldo. And, sir, bibisita ka sa New York. We have to guest natin si Colonel Lebeco next episode, diba?
Yes po.
Diba, sir? Maraming salamat. Ayan. Ganyan na lang ang handshake dito, Luis, sa Philippines.
Continue on mga shoutout. Meron dito si Arvin G. Tolentino. He's watching from Manila, Philippines. Wow!
Manila. Ayan, ang dami, di ba?
Of course, October 16, Temi at Kusina, sabi ni Ate Miles. To Kusina Pinoy Bistro is in Woodside, Queens, New York. Greetings, syempre. Congratulations daw from Tita Miles de la Cruz. Jamila Rose Linese.
Yan, maraming salamat. Syempre, di ba? Kundi dahil kay Tita Miles.
Yes.
Talagang sa paniniwala niya sa atin. Alam mo, Luis, if there is anything throughout the years, yung Get Real is just there and people are supporting us all throughout. And may mga tao talagang naniwala doon sa tandem natin at chemistry nating dalawa. When in fact, ninervous tayo, ilalabas ba natin to? Ilalive ba natin to? And di ba? Diba? So, maraming salamat. At saka si Percival Conanan.
Thank you too. Si Jamila Rose Lineses of New York City. Congratulations to Jeannette and Louis. Ate says, Pimentel Irosa says, hello from New York City. Oy, si Ate Baby, Tita Baby.
Ayan.
Condolence po, Tita Baby Ophelia Reverier. Hi, anak, Jinky and Luis.
Yes.
Congratulations to both of you.
Tita.
Oh,
yes. Yan ang go-to person ko pagka nasa LA ako.
Kilala mo si Indigo Pai. Good morning, Manila. From Manila. Jay Rivera is here pala.
Yes, of course.
Rivera. And
maraming salamat. Oy, alam mo, ang galing na yan sa spoken poetry.
Ano nga daw, di ba, sa atin, sabi na. Brian Pollack says, hey guys. And then Jen Tiamson, hi.
Congratulations, diba?
Rob C, good morning from Manila daw. Uy, dami mo Pilipino from...
Yes, ang pinaka-poging indie artist, mainstream actor yan, si Rob C. Shout out, kapatid. Magandang umaga, gising ka na. It's a miracle.
Shout out. Tapos, di ba recorded to, so we'll play back, di ba? And play back on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes. Of course, of course.
Sige, baka naman makalimutan ko yung mga shoutouts ko.
Sige, go. Go, partner.
Shout out. Of course, yung IFFM ladies natin. Miss Jeannette Marco, Kiara Garay, Susan Hu, Diana Lopez, Erin Maredo Kane, tumutulong na rin si Anthony Rosa Jr. Maraming, including si Bella Owen ng Bella Skins Collection, of course, my Elmer's Baptist Church people, my OTP HUP group, my Yoli family, si Ate Ces, Jana Airoso, at ang mga Dungkas, si Rowena Patugalan, si Tammy Patugalan, I think they're watching right now. And my brother Goose, militar.
Hello!
Si Vicky,
Ay nako, your ever supportive brother.
all my pamangkin and all my cousins, Pedron at saka sa Abra and Quezon. And of course, Ate Miles de la Cruz, maraming salamat po. Elton Lugay of Topa, Tita Josie Harrison, and Johan, thank you very much. Wayne Palmer, of course.
Mga idol.
And UP, University of the Philippines, UP Buddies, thank you very much. Shout out to Leo Dominguez. Sino pa? Nako, I'm sure marami akong nakalimutan. Pero my relatives from Abra was trying to watch, so hopefully nakapanood sila. But first pa lang naman to, and it'll be recorded so we can share it later.
Oh, yan. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga nanood. Ako naman magsha-shout out. I have 3 minutes. TikTok. Gagayahin ko si Tito Boy Abunda. Well, of course, thank you very much to my Pucaberry Cafe family, my Mista team, my family and friends. Maraming salamat sa Armed Forces of the Philippines for giving us the chance in bringing Mista. Pwede ba i-share ko lang? I-flip ko yung camera, i-share ko yung Mista. Ayan o.
Mista. Wow! Mukhang hotel lobby yan, ha? Ang ganda.
Ayan. So, makakakita ka ng fine dining ambience. May
What are we watching right now? Where is this?
Ayan. Andito yun sa lobby namin. Hindi ko lang maano kasi baka may intel. O, di ba? Pero yan ngayon ang Mista Cafe. Mabilis na mabilis in passing. Of course, maraming salamat Basilia Women's Foundation, Project Pearls, Mr. Josh Vasquez of Philippine Airlines kasi sila talaga nagpa-facilitate ng lahat ng trips ko. Going back to New York and going back to Manila, back and forth yan. Nagkakaroon ako ng ease out sa mga travel anxiety ko. And of course, to my ever supportive husband who is currently now in New York watching me, Mr. Peter Marco, thank you very much. Masyado kaming matagal magkahiwalay, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Oo. So, and of course, to my World Championships of the Performing Arts, Mr. Scott and of course Miss Gwen, thank you very much, and Mr. Griff for believing in me. Of course, anniversary din ngayon ng WCOPA. Unfortunately, we are not doing the live show, but we also did the online stream. So next year, with you, we will travel back to Disney. We are hoping and praying that all this will be going back to normal and back to our normal lives. So yan, photo finish. 1 minute in closing. Thank you very much. It has been a great...
Hindi,
I know, it has been... Ikaw magko-close, ha?
Actually, we've probably forgot some people na thank you natin, pero otherwise, I know there's a lot of you guys who supported us throughout the years. Tsaka, thank you, Ma'am Jeannette Martin, for supporting International Film Festival Manhattan. Yung website natin, di ba, iffmnyc.com. Teka.
iffmnyc.com. Uy, teka lang, Facebook page natin.
And a Facebook page. Also,
Facebook page.
Ng IFFM New York, actually. Pero, hanapin nyo na lang ako, Luis Pedron, and then friend me, and then makikita nyo rin ang messages doon. What's your last word, Jeannette Marco? Getting real? Tell us.
Well, it has been a wonderful 4 years journey, and this putting Get Real come to life, where a lot of people are watching and going to watch in the next couple of Tuesdays. moving forward, let us always remember to be grateful and thankful for whatever it is that will come our way, because this is what really life is all about: surprises and expectations. Let us try to make the most out of what we have right now, and in the long run, this will all help us grow and become better people as we live our lives day by day. It has been a great, great morning here in the Philippines, sharing this first premiere episode with all of our loved ones, family, and friends, and of course, Mr. Luis Pedron. Ikaw na, mag-close, partner.
Hi! Of course, to sum it up, to God be the glory. We have to thank God for just being alive and waking up in the morning. So maraming salamat. We're in this chapter right now. Don't worry about the next chapter. Just enjoy the moment, enjoy the process, di ba? I'd like to thank, of course, Ma'am Jeannette, Marco, throughout the years yan, BFF, best friend forever. And of course, ang ating, this is the nice thing about Zoom, this is the nice thing about internet ngayon. We are actually in Manila, in New York City, broadcasting
New York City.
PHLV Radio, bringing us all
Radio.
together. So we'd like to thank all of you. My name is Luis Pedron, and this is Jeannette Marco.
Get Real TV.
And we're actually going to see you next week on Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. actually here in the East Coast via PHLV dito sa Las Vegas.
Radio.
And Quezon City, di ba?
And Philippines.
Let's, 1, 2, 3. Let's get...
Let's
Oh,
get
teka, ulit,
real.
Ulitin natin. 1, 2, 3.
Let's get
real!
Thank you very much. This is Jeannette Marco signing off. Thank you, PHLV Radio.
Director, International Film Festival, Manhattan, IFFM, NYC.com. Check out our website. Yay!
It's time to get real. Get real. Talking about the things you wanna hear. It's time to get real. Get real. We got it all right here. It's time to get real. Get real. Better buckle up, get real, get set. It's time to get real. Get real. We got it all